First question, Aiden, go ahead.
How's it been living in Tucson so far?
Tucson it's been good. I was gonna say cool, but it's far from cool, But just been trying to stay out the heat and stay in the gym.
So when you made the decision to enter the portal, what was that like, and what was your recruitment like with Arizona?
Coming from high school and being like a grad transfer and everything, it's all stressful. Like it's stressful, just like having to make a decision that can possibly change your life. So I was just trying to stay calm, stay grounded and just get as much advice as possible. So and take my time with it. But I had to make a decision fast. So I was just trying to take one step at a time, going through the process.
Brian, go ahead.
What kind of feedback did you get when you went through the draft process?
Everything was good. It's just like I just got to prove more, just show more. Of course, my size, my body, my athleticism, everything. That's all pluses. I got to grow in a lot of areas when it comes to like making shots and all of that stuff. Like it's just everything that's pretty much known. Like I didn't go in there and hear anything that was new to me. Like it just got to show more. That's it.
You weren't like thinking, okay, I'm definitely going to enter the draft unless they say something. It was you wanted to hear what you already knew.
When I went through the process, I went through the process as in I want to make it to the next level, But I knew it was of course a large possibility that for me to come back to college too. But like once I was going through the pre-draft process, it was like let me do everything I gotta do to show an NBA team that I'm ready for them and stuff like that. But I guess it didn't work out that way, and I pretty much knew like it'd be a good possibility for me to come back to college and like show more and everything like that. But like I feel like if I would have been focusing on come back to college and pre-draft at the same time, it wasn't gonna work. So I was trying to focus on pre-draft until it clicked in my head like okay, I need to come back to college.
Jason, go ahead.
I believe you're the first person in your family to graduate college. Correct me if I'm wrong. And what did Tommy Lloyd going to your graduation at San Diego State mean to you?
So I have an older brother on my father's side who graduated from college, but we didn't really grow up together. So I'm my mother's first child to graduate college, and that's pretty much big to me. But kudos to also my big brother who graduated college before me. But like when it comes to just being in my household, I'm the first one of them, and I'm also the youngest out of all my siblings too. So it was just like a lot of people was counting on me, and for Tommy to come down to the Bay Area to celebrate that with me, it was like okay, these guys really wanted me, and like it's real genuine. So it's hard to find people like that, and I'm glad I made that decision.
Troy, go ahead.
Going back to kind of making that decision to come to Arizona, how much did it play a part when you looked at this Arizona coaching staff and seeing the success they've had at developing players like Dalen Terry in the past?
Mm-hmm. You always got to do your research. Tommy Lloyd and Arizona history. Just like before Tommy got here, like it's just like with players like me, it's like it's proof in the pudding. And I just want to be one of those products.
Some of those things that you've been working on this offseason to improve your game?
Everything. Here at Arizona, they do a great job with development. So every aspect of my game for me to take the next step, becoming a pro, and as well as becoming like a winner here at Arizona. They're working on that with me.
Bruce, did you have one?
Yeah. Did you? I was curious when you went through that process. Was going back to San Diego State a possibility, or because sometimes teams got to move on, they got to figure out who to recruit. I didn't know if that was still a possibility for you.
Everything was on the table for me going through that process, but it's hard for a coach to pretty much say like, okay, I'm gonna wait on you, and I got that sense from San Diego State like that they had to make that move coming up sooner or later. So that's just how it goes. Like it's a business, and I understood that. So it got to a point where I had to like okay, San Diego State might not be an option just because I know that they're ready to move on as well. So that's what that came down to.
Did you feel like, because you look at that on the surface, San Diego State had this great year, you played a big role, get the championship game, why would you want to leave that situation? Was that a thought in your mind, or did you know if you went back to college you wanted to maybe try something different?
Most def. San Diego State, just being there, being in that program, like I know they had open arms for me to come back too. Like that coaching staff there, they love me. I love those guys too. So if I would have came back, yeah, they would have been open arms. But like, it's more to it than that, you know. Me being here in Arizona, it's a different style of play. Both winning programs, as we all know. So it's just a different step, and I'm just gonna try to use being at Arizona to my advantage.
Brian, go ahead.
Can you describe the run that you got to go on through the NCAA tournament to the championship? I see you shaking your head already. And how that experience can help you with this team and all the new players and everything that you can pass that knowledge on.
I can only try my best to describe it. Like, it's hard to put something like that into words. Like, it's really a fairy tale. Like, when, like, even now, like, it just all feels so surreal. And just going through that moment, I feel like I know what it takes to make it to that stage. Like, just taking one game, one play at a time from round 64 to the last game. So it's hard to, like, just really put myself in that moment and tell you word for word what it feels like. It's just like everything is just like a dream come true, and it's just like you gotta like you can't let the moment get too big for you. So it's just a dream come true, man. Just going through that.
Is it fair to say that like getting hot in the tournament doesn't necessarily mean you have to be hot during the regular season? It's like a separate thing.
It's a separate thing because like one game you could be out of there. So you know, like I said, like what Coach Dutch did a great job of teaching us. He said take one thing from film that could save a game. So that's one thing I'm gonna take with for the rest of my career. So when we watch film, we did a great job of like doing a scouting report on guys. Like sometimes you like basketball is so unpredictable, so you just gotta control what you can control. So sometimes when you get to that round 64 game, say you first seed and you play against number 16, like number 16 might come out and have the best game of their lives, but you just gotta try to stay the course and just do anything that can save a game and get that win.
Jason, go ahead.
The San Diego State coaches really complimented your ability to lead and be a leader. Is that something you pride yourself on, and then is that something you learned as you went, or were you just natural leader?
I feel like that's just naturally me, but like of course I pride myself on that. Like I just feel like just being here on this earth, like, you know, God gave me a voice and just to be an asset to others, and like I'm glad I could use that through basketball, where it's being vocal or just being just showing with the work that I put in.
Transition, you think, with Arizona being at a new school, or is that something you feel you can step right in and be a leader?
It's always a transition. I could be a leader regardless of anything though, but like still I gotta sit back and also be a student. Be a student to the guys that been here. Like sometimes things just move a little fast to me. So just sit back and then let them tell me before I can even say something. So just close mouth, open ears. That's what I gotta start off with a lot here being in Arizona.
Keshad, David Kelly, Wildcats Radio 1290, welcome. Hey, going back to the graduation day, when did you know that Andre Iguodala was going to be a part of the U of A contingent at your at your graduation party? What did that mean to you that he was there, and what were some of the conversations you had with him?
I didn't know at all until I seen him, and that's really a big deal to me because growing up in the Bay Area, I always was a Warriors fan growing up, and you know Andre Iguodala. Once I started to grow up and get taller and stuff like that, like I started to kind of mold my game, kind of like after somebody like him, like the role that he played, being athletic, being like defensive minded and stuff like that. So when Iguodala, like from I would say about early high school, is somebody like I would look like okay, I could be someone similar to him, like so. Iguodala, even when I was in 8th grade, I went to a Splash Brothers camp, and I got a chance to meet Iguodala, and that was before I was growing up. So it was just like I was a fan again, but like now we become family being a Wildcat, both being Wildcats.
Steve, go ahead.
I'm assuming you've met a lot of the guys here already. What were your impressions, and how do you think you'll fit in?
It's not even about just having impressions. It's about just everybody being able to gel together. Like, you know, you don't go into a situation setting a standard. Like, you know, you just gotta like let everybody mold together. Like we got a lot of foreign people, a lot of people, like a lot of transfers. So it's just about letting everything come together as itself. Like don't try to force nothing like that. So the guys here are great. They all funny. Got great sense of humor.
Jason, go ahead.
How much overseas traveling have you done, and how much are you looking forward to going to Israel and to Abu Dhabi next month?
Man, I never been outside the country. I didn't really start traveling state to state until AAU came about. When I started playing AAU, and I started at 15U, so that was my first time leaving from California. So I only been around certain states in the United States. Hawaii was the farthest I ever been, but going outside the country is gonna be a first for me. So that's gonna be different.
Go ahead, Trump.
You talk about Hawaii, that Maui Classic that you guys played in last year. You guys matched up with Arizona. What do you remember playing against Umar Ballo?
Barlow, he's the animal. He's a beast. And at San Diego State, we had Nathan Mensah. Nathan Mensah, he's a great big man, great defensive big man. So seeing them match up, it was cool. So just when I made my decision to come over, I knew I had somebody that could fill in that spot that Nathan Mensah also held by having my back, being a 4 or 5 punch combo San Diego State. So I'm relying on Barlow a little bit to have my back at all times, and I got his.
What do you think that chemistry is going to be like? I know you guys obviously haven't played yet, but just being around the team so far, what is that relationship like with Umar?
It's good. He's a hell of a human being. Like I love Omar already. So we just gonna develop that brothership and keep going. You know, we're gonna try to bring the best out of each other each and every day.
Bruce, go ahead.
Just back to your decision, one more thing. I was wondering, you talked about Tommy and looking at the program. I'm just curious individually, like the role or NIL for that matter, what factors did those things play into your decision to come here?
The biggest thing coming here, it wasn't about NIL or nothing like that. It was just about the system that Arizona plays with. We all know Arizona plays fast basketball, and with me being able to run and jump with my God-given talent, I knew Arizona would be a great fit for me.
To play, like what kind of, I know it's early, but what kind of role do you expect to play? It seems like you can play kind of both forward spots or
Anything that takes to win a game, that's what I'm open to do.
I have a question about the Tucson Summer Pro League, but I just want to get one fact correct. Did you commit before or after the graduation party where you met Andre Iguodala and Tommy Lloyd? Did you commit before or after that, just so I get the timing right?
That was the day I committed and made it public.
The day you committed. Okay, fantastic. Okay, you made a couple of appearances at the Tucson Summer Pro League. Is that just a favorite of Corey Williams or getting to know the guys? And what made you want to do that? What experience has that been like?
Just seeing the kids, man. You know, once you see somebody having fun playing basketball, it's just great. So I like being around kids. And Corey Williams made it possible for me to do that and just help out with their whether it's just showing my face or just being vocal and being hands-on as a coach there. So. Shout out to the Tucson League, man. That's pretty much that's like what I want to do. Like after my basketball time said and done, is just be around the game of basketball, giving back.
Brian, go ahead.
Do you, who are you roommating with?
Right now, I'm roommating with my godbrother back from Oakland, California.
Okay. So not with any of the other players right
No,
now?
sir.
No. Have you had a chance to look around the city, find a spot to eat that you enjoy yet?
Whatever they got on the menu for us, I'm not a picky eater, so I pretty much go around everywhere. Back in the Bay Area, we good with Mexican food, so it's a spot called Momo's out here. I like Momo's a lot, but I'm good with anything, you know. I'm like a garbage disposal, I can eat anything.
Just to follow up on Jason's question, when you're talking to some of these veteran alums like Corey Williams and some of the other guys maybe you've already come in contact with, what are they telling you about this program, the history of it, and this community of Tucson?
It's just they talk about the staff, the staff being good people, and it's hard to find good people. They talk about staff being good people. The Bear Down Nation, man, it's just. It's always something positive. Like they never say nothing like dull about being in Tucson or being a Wildcat.
Yeah. Oh, just one question about the Andre and you following the Warriors. Were you aware that he played here years ago?
Yes, I was aware that he was a Wildcat.
I mean, before I didn't know, you know, when you were following the Warriors, say 5 years ago, whatever. Yeah.
But I just coming to Arizona and like I never really just put two and two together until like Arizona was on my list. But yeah, even before I knew he was a Wildcat, I was a fan of Andre Iguodala way back when.
Sorry, Bruce, go ahead and follow up.
Well, it's not really follow up, but I was just wondering, you spoke to some of the guys. I think most of you guys are here now. I didn't know if you've already got a feel for, you know, what this team kind of looks like and what anything kind of jumped out at you about, you know, again, what's really a strength here with this group.
Each and every player on this roster can bring something to winning, and that's pretty much rare with basketball teams. Like everybody talented, but it's more than talent. It's the work that you put in and the winning plays that you can make. Like for instance, today in practice we got KJ Lewis, who's a freshman, taking charges. Like you can't really teach taking charges. That just got to be something that's in you. So just things like that. Everybody make winning plays, whether it's getting deflections and helping somebody else out. So that's something I got a feel for.
Caleb Love and Umar Balo both have 3+ years of experience. How much does that help transitioning with already playing so much college basketball?
Caleb and Omar, they both huge parts of winning programs, like and having college experience, and just having that around me. It's like I know I got somebody to lean on. I know I got a point guard, combo guard, a big man. Like those two things that you need in order to take a long run and march and just be leaders of a team. So we got the nucleus, and we just got to keep building on that.
Kind of going with the theme of Caleb Love there, he has championship experience as well. How important is that to have a roster where you guys has 2 guys transfer in that's been in that position before?
You know, as a student, you want a teacher that's been there and done that before. So as like a veteran on the team, I'm sure once we say something, it holds weight, it holds credibility to guys for guys to want to listen to us and like just take advice from us. You know, sometimes it's hard to take advice from somebody that haven't done it before. So just us being guys that done it and been there before, people will want to learn from us and want to reach out to us and stuff like that. And also Caleb and I are both guys that's good at listening to other guys too. You know, us being new to the program, so everything is all working out well. Like we got the right pieces, the right experience, and everything.
And then kind of to follow up on that, coming from San Diego State, obviously a defensive-minded team, system's going to be a little bit different. But what are the makings, in your opinion, of a good defensive team? Because it seems like you guys have the pieces with yourself, Pella, Larson, Kylan Boswell, and Umar Balo as well.
Like I said, pretty much everybody is like winning players. Like Pella surprised me. Like I didn't know Pella was that good. Like Pella is really good at everything. He don't have weaknesses. So just that guy like right there, I can rely on him. You know, Kylan coming up. Kylan make winning plays. He make the right reads, and him being so young, it's only gonna get better. So this team has a lot to show.
Our station does a lot of pickleball stories, so that's where this question comes from. Have you played since you've been in Tucson? Have you ever played? Where have you played?
We went over to Tommy Lloyd's house. You know, Tommy got a pickleball court back there, and this is my first time ever playing. So I was a little slow getting into it, and then he taught me a couple like pointers, and then I think I love pickleball now. Like I'll be good at it.
Who would win if you played coach in a competitive game?
Coach got me, but you know, it's always a matter of time until the student take on the teacher.
Keshad, what's the story behind your tattoo, Misunderstood?
Misunderstood. That's a great question. Just me coming from Oakland, California, I've been through a lot of things in my life. You know, a lot of negative things, a lot of hardships, and all of that stuff. But like, I'ma always keep a smile on my face. Like, I know my purpose being on earth is bigger than all of the things that I've been through. So I'ma always just have a great spirit and everything, and just to show everybody like just because I got a smile on my face, like don't mean like, you know, my life just being all easy. So, you know, it's just misunderstood.
How old were you when you went to your first Warriors game? What do you remember about going to those games as a youth and watching all these championships they've been able to win away?
Man, first Warriors game, I was about 8 years old. Monte Ellis, one of my favorite player of all time, aside from LeBron James. So just being through the We Believe, like that kind of like started my journey of liking the game of basketball. So going through the We Believe moments, seeing the first Warriors playoffs when they was playing against the Clippers, just seeing them grow as a team, them coming up as winners. 2015, first parade since 45 years before that in the 70s. So the city of Oakland was just packed. So, and then for them to just take on the whole decade of winning championships, it was just crazy to come from my hometown.
Chance to meet Steph?
Yeah, I have had a chance to meet Steph. And I haven't met him, had conversations with him, but like being at the Spaz Brothers camp where I talked about it when I first saw Andre Iguodala, took pictures with them and autographs with them. So I would like to meet them again, just have a conversation, just tell them how much they meant to me growing up in the game of basketball.
When Andre went to your party, did you guys talk about anything about coming here, or what to expect, or anything advice he gave you or anything like that?
We didn't get too far into conversations, but he pretty much just made it known to me that he's always there for me if I had any further questions and stuff like that. But I'm pretty sure he didn't want to get into those conversations just given the fact that it was a celebration, But I'm sure like his personality, like he's like a outgoing dude. Like he came to the cookout and he was very comfortable. Like this an NBA veteran, he was very comfortable. So I'm sure he's open arms if I wanted to reach out and have further conversations with him.
Did you follow Cal? You ever go to a Cal game or anything, or follow Pac-12 at all as a kid?
Growing up, Cal was one of my dream schools. I was in their backyard growing up. I was around with the Jaylen Brown and Ivan Rabb days. I used to look up to those guys a little bit. So yeah, Cal. I always wanted to go to Cal growing up, but that kind of changed once I really started realizing like that I was in a position to actually be a D1 basketball player.
Thanks, Keshad.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.